Hello everyone and welcome to another React video. My name is Draven and today we are diving back into the Warnings Pepsi Center show. It's been a minute. We haven't done a reaction to this in a little bit longer than normal, but we've had just a slew of really awesome reaction videos that have come out in the last like 3 weeks or so. So feel free to go check those out. But today is about the Warning and today's song is going to be Sick. Literally, that's the name of the song. And I can only imagine that the song itself is going to be sick. So I'm super excited to check this one out and get back into the Warning. So, with that being said,
Shut up, Draven.
let's go. Oh, just right away. Ooh. 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 That's like dirty southern rock sound. Oh. He did the same face that I was going to do. Very cool. Wasn't expecting a little falsetto there. That was nice. That's cool. There's a countdown for the crowd. Like they need a countdown. Ooh. Her screaming the word silence is just so cool. Hell yeah, that was just go, go, go from the start. Let's go talk about it. Well, that song definitely lived up to its name. That was a sick performance. And there was nothing overly flashy about this one. It was just 3 minutes of straight up hard rock, and it was awesome. And the crowd interaction on this song was very, very, very good. And thanks to those giant screens that they have in the background, they had a countdown timer before the word sick, was being said. And I thought it kind of weird in the reaction that they had that up there for the crowd, because they know every Warning song front to back, in between, side to side. They know every little part of every song. So to think that they would need a timer to know when to say the word sick seemed a little weird. But when I was getting this loaded up, I noticed on the set list that I found online, this song didn't have a name at the time. I don't know if that's right or not, or if they've performed this before, and people just kind of knew about it a little bit. But from what I saw, I guess this song didn't have a name. Very easily, it was named "Sick" because that's the main like shout in the song, right? So maybe that's why there was the timer, just to get people used to the song and to know when to do it. The other thing I noticed is whenever they did say the word "sick," the crowd being them, it wasn't overly loud, or at least not as loud as you would expect it to be for that many people who know what to do at that time. And I don't know if that's just the crowd wasn't mic'd up properly for that, or because the music was still playing, you can kind of hear them, but you can't really. So it could be a bunch of different factors, but I feel like one little critique on it, and again, if this is a song that nobody knew about, or very few people knew about, maybe that explains why it wasn't as loud as it could have been. But I feel like whenever the word "sick" comes in and the crowd can really take over, either mic them up a little bit better, or the music just cuts out for like that half second so that they can get the word in, and you can really feel it in the crowd. But then I'm not a musician. I don't know how hard it is to get back into that groove once you take a pause like that. So maybe it was just too technically like tough to do. It messes with the flow, things like that. So a lot of factors that could have gone into it. But for me personally, in a situation like that where there's like a shout word, I always love it when the music just dies out and you really feel the crowd kind of take over. But again, a million different factors could have gone into it. Either way, this was fantastic. I really enjoyed this. This is one of those songs that you can tell they just love to play. Pow just had a smile on her face the entire time, and like, this is just easy work for them, a song like this, because like I said, there's nothing crazy about this one. Again, not a musician. I'm sure someone who's more technically sound musically than me, which is pretty much everyone on the planet, could tell me like, no, what Pow was doing was actually really intricate and things like that. But it just seemed like, from a listener's perspective and someone who doesn't do music, it sounded very straightforward rock song, really autopilot kind of rock song, but they still brought the energy for it as well. And it just seems like it's one of those like, we get to just kind of like go through the motions, really enjoy ourselves, enjoy the crowd. And maybe because it was such a new song, that they were really just honed in on it, and you could tell that like they're happy to present it to everyone. And again, I don't know how many times they've played this before, if it was already on an album by the time they did this show, or if this was coming up after the show was being shot. So if it was a completely new song that they've only played maybe a handful of times or something like that, then yeah, I get it, where they're super excited to present this to everyone, and then the screen in the back is letting everyone know when it's their time to pitch in. But again, that many people there, they all know every Warning song front to back, so I don't even think they really needed the screen unless it was a brand new song. But either way, this one was fantastic. It's going on the playlist, you already know. And this is another one that I'm just not going to skip, because even though I keep saying that there's nothing fancy about it, but that's perfectly fine. I love just straightforward, nothing crazy. Just give me a good song for 3 minutes. That's the kind of stuff that I enjoy. So I'm not knocking on it for not being this crazy dream theater 10-minute friggin' story that they have to tell. Sometimes in and out, bang bang, 3 minutes, nothing crazy. That's perfect. Then that's exactly what I look for in my songs. Just quick, digestible, everyone can like it. You, your mom, your dad, your grandma, the dog, everyone can just be like, yeah, just tap your toe and just enjoy the song. So that's exactly what this was for me. So I really enjoyed this one, and hopefully you enjoyed the reaction. And if you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hype it up, and let me know if there's any other bands like The Warning, or any other songs that are kind of like Sick. Maybe not so much from The Warning, because we're still going to go through the entire Pepsi Center show, which I think we only have about a handful of songs left, so that's coming up quick. But let me know what you want to see reacted to, and YouTube thinks you're going to like this one, so check that out. And as always, we'll see you at the next one.